Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Behind the Scenes. Today we have a really special car. We've been trying to hook this up for about 6 months and we finally got it done. Let me introduce you to the owner of the car. Tell us what's your name and what kind of car you drive.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Gary Lamphere. I drive a 1990 Nissan Skyline GTR.
Nice, a GTR. This is the first time we're featuring a GTR and I know you guys are gonna really like this. This is a car that's not an exotic car. It was meant to be a normal average driving car in Japan, but here in the States it's special because we can't really touch it. We can't really get that car. So let's do a quick walk around of what we got going on. And here's the beauty. I can't wait to show you guys. Check it out. Oh my god, look at that, the R32. So tell us what wheels you're running on your car.
I'm running work wheels with a size 18 with a 9.5 with some Michelin's Pilot Sports.
Okay, and does this car come with these Brembos or? No,
these actually Brembos are from a R34 Brembo set with upgraded
rotors. You got
upgraded rotors, upgraded pads that are running on it.
Okay, it looks like you got like the basic slotted rotors. You got a reverse camera.
Reverse camera, because you know it's LA. You know, you gotta watch out.
There's the infamous GTR badge. One cool thing about Skylines, I love how the taillights like keep going through generation after generation.
That is the biggest key point of a Skyline GTR, especially a GTR. That was the image. Like even if you see the new R35, you could see when they decided to build it, the biggest point, if I remember right, was that they said, you know, these taillights have to look like this. You know, we have to build the car around the taillights.
Yeah.
Thing. It's trademark.
Yeah.
It's image. It's you know, it's everybody knows them.
Yeah.
Everybody wants them.
And the R32 reminds me of the S13 on steroids. Like my favorite 240 or Silvia or S13 is the coupe. I hate the hatch. The coupe's the best one. And this part right here just reminds me of that S13. If you look at it from right here, it looks like an S13, and I love that about the R32.
So the great thing about the R32 is that a lot of components, they took a lot of good components from the S13 at the time, suspension components, and a lot of great components from the 300ZX. So, you know, when you're looking for parts, stuff like that, sometimes you can refer to those vehicles for parts.
Oh, okay.
In some components, you know, not all of them, but it's, you know, it's a hit and miss.
Wow, I didn't know that about that. And then another cool thing about the R32, or I'm pretty sure all Skylines probably have this part, but especially the R32, you can see the wide body line. Like it's like, okay, this is not a regular car. The Evo, like the Evo 10 has that, the Evo 9 has that. You can see the flares and the body lines to be more aggressive, and I just love that look. It just offsets the car. Like this is not a normal car. Well, on that note, let's see what's under the hood.
All right, yeah. It's a bit dirty. I mean, I've been building it. Again, I'm not a real image guy, so if I don't have to do any work around it, I'm probably not going to do it until I need to work around it. But
okay.
Eventually, I'll clean it up. You know, I take it out to the canyons a lot, some tracks, so it gets a lot of dust and stuff in there. But here she is, the emphasis.
Oh wow.
RB26.
That is pretty clean on my book. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty clean.
I mean, like a lot of car show guys, they do a lot better job and stuff like
that. It looks like a car that you drive. That's a good thing.
Yeah, no, I do. Like I try to drive it as much as I can. I try to take it out.
This is so crazy. It's so crammed in there.
It is. There is quite a bit going on in here.
So let's break it down. So this is a GTR. GTRs come with the RB26.
Correct.
And they're all-wheel drive.
Correct.
Okay.
They have the emphasis. They have the great Tesla system.
Okay. Now, stock. I know it comes twin turbo.
Correct.
I'm sure people do top mount single turbos or bottom mount single turbos. You went for the twin turbo setup.
So I went for a twin turbo setup, being that I like to drive the canyons a lot. I like to track every once in a while when I get a chance.
All right, right now we're going to show you something really cool. It's something from Japan. It's like a chime of some sort, and he's going to describe it, but first you guys are going to hear it first.
Oh, there it goes. So in Japan, like, you know, like we have our in California at least, we have our fast pass.
Yeah.
Fast passes that we put, you know, every time you go down through a toll road or something like that, it kind of beeps, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So in this case, it's asking me for insert my card. So in Japan, you know, there's a lot of toll roads. You know, that's how they keep the roads really nice too. Like, you know, their freeways are awesome.
Okay, so I'm pretty excited. This is the first time I'm gonna sit in a Skyline of any sort, and I'm gonna walk you through what we got going on. Really tight car. God, it reminds me of an S13 so bad. So we got a steering wheel. This is a
Momo steering Monte Carlo. It looks kind of weird. It's a smaller steering wheel. I know it looks kind of weird. It looks out of place, but when you drive the car, it just makes sense.
Okay.
It makes the car feel much tighter.
I'm gonna close the door to get the full effects. I can explain what it feels like. Okay, so we have a boost gauge here. It's reading in bars, not PSI.
Correct.
So that's something that's really popular in Japan too. I remember getting that in clips. I'm like, what is this?
Well, you gotta remember, pretty much everywhere else in the world, you know, we're the only ones that you like to use pounds, and you know, our measurements are not the same. So, you know, bars is pretty much your standard everywhere else in the world.
I remember like getting gauges, and I would always get PSI because I couldn't understand, because it's like for 1 bar is what, 12 PSI?
For 1 bar, I think it's like 14.5.
It's like
that.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
So we got, these are all Defi, which are really nice gauges. I've owned a pair myself. Another cool thing I just realized, this is pretty cool. You don't see no wiper blade thing here.
It's on the other side.
Oh, is it?
So that's the funny. No, well, the wiper blades are on there. Sorry, actually, the wiper blades are here.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, and the lights are over there, and your turn signals are over there.
Okay.
So the biggest, funniest thing that I do, people ask me, how do you feel when you go from a right-hand drive to a left-hand drive? Is, well, when I drive my STI, is that I tend to like turn on my wipers when I want to put my turn signals. That's pretty much the only mistake that I tend to do when I switch between cars sometimes. Then
this is Defi stuff, right? For the gauges?
The controller. So I can set up my warnings to turn them. That's my really old school HKS
turbo timer?
No, it's a boost controller, which I need to change out actually, because it's giving me a bit of a hard time right now. The solenoid is it's being a little bit overprotective, so sometimes it wants to cut the boost when I want to have fun at certain settings. But I think that's probably my next thing I need to change.
What the heck is this?
So I am running. This is funny. This is super old school. So I am running.
You have to film this for us.
Okay,
on the side. Like, what is that? Like, film over here.
So this is a cable that you pull.
Okay.
Apex made. You know, nowadays you can get an electric one, but what I'm running as far as exhaust, I'm running some HKS dump pipes to a blitz down pipe to a test pipe and a straight B-rev exhaust. So of course that's pretty loud. Yeah, it can get pretty loud. You know, I live in a pretty quiet area, so sometimes to help out my neighbors a bit, or if I see police, I'll just pull this lever. Yes. Closes a butterfly on the exhaust, quiets it, limits my power, my boost. It actually will cut my boost because of this, and I'll upshift, and I'll be quieter. And then the back seat, somewhat of a back seat, typical GTR, even the new ones.
It honestly looks a little smaller than the S13 Coupe.
But as you can see in the front, I have plenty of leg room, so I could put my seat forward and all that.
Yeah, cool. And what is that signature there?
So, a couple weeks ago, HKS had an event over here at Fontana. Okay. They brought their time account car, and their GT driver was so kind enough to sign it for me.
Okay, cool. Nice. And then you got a Nismo shift knob.
Nismo short shifter. Still running the 5-speed. Hopefully I'll switch to a 6-speed eventually. Here's
his pager. No, I'm just kidding. This is the controller telling you for the Power FC. All right, so we're gonna pretty much wrap it up. I want to do one more thing. I just want to turn the car on so you guys can hear it. Do I have to wait till a fuel pump kicks in or no?
I usually wait. Okay. I'm those guys that have a Euro process. Wait until your fuel pump primes. Okay. You don't have to do it. But let it warm up before you move it, kind of thing. That's a little custom little thing I did.
Okay, I was like, what?
Nissan,
All right, so are we ready to turn it on?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, we're neutral.
Like I said, subtle cams, nothing too aggressive.
It sounds healthy. It actually sounds like an Evo 9 right now. The sound of it sounds nice. Cool. So we're gonna wrap it up now. So we're just gonna keep filming and then stay tuned, guys.
I can feel your energy pulsating down my spine.
So right now we're filming with the GH4 with the mic. And we have a wide angle lens with the neutral density filter you guys can see. And we're rolling, you guys can see right here. It looks straight, like I'm not even here. That sounds so good.
I was talking about it.
Oh my god.
It doesn't sound outrageous, you know? Sorry for whoever's behind me. I do shoot quite a bit of flames and smoke, so
oh my
sorry
god.
if you're ever commuting behind me.
That's cool, man. So now we're gonna use the 50 prime. This gives me that nice shallow depth of field, that more cinematic look. So I'm gonna jump in the back of the seat now so I could get some driving shots as he's driving, and I'll keep rolling this GoPro. It's probably gonna topple over, but whatever. Alright, so I want to do a quick testament driving the GTR, sitting in the passenger seat. My first impressions of it, it's magical. Alright, so we're gonna start mounting the suction cup on the GTR real quick and get the rolling shots as he's driving with the exhaust sounds. We have to be careful because Gary actually told us that the car does throw flames, right?
Yep, it does throw a lot of fire and stuff like that.
Okay.
A lot of crazy noises.
Alright, so now we're gonna set up the suction cup with the Rogue microphone to get the exhaust note. So we're gonna end up doing it up here because it does throw flames and we don't want to catch the sock on fire, which I don't really mind because this is only 20 bucks. The microphone's more expensive, but I think this will protect if it does tend to burn. Alright guys, so we already set up the microphone, we're set up, and hopefully this is gonna be good enough that it doesn't catch on fire. But it's okay, we'll experiment. I'll be driving in the back of you and I'll stop you if we're in trouble. Alright Gary, let me get you to turn the car on and we're gonna do some audio test. Give me a little light rev, a light one. Just gotta make sure these suction cups are still grabbing. So right now we're in the Honda. We're gonna start following Gary in his GTR. Do you have the angle, Honda? Yes, you do. So I never thought in a million years I would be chasing a GTR and filming them. That's pretty cool. Before even like when I was in high school, I've always been a car guy. And my dream was always to be a professional race car driver. But the only reason why I wanted to be a professional race car driver was the fact that I just wanted to drive cars. For some reason I had it in my head that being a professional race car driver lets you go and test drive cars and drive them and experience cars and be around cars. That's not necessarily true. Now with YouTube and stuff, I could come and shoot this car and it's something that I love. Like if I can make this a living, it'd be so awesome. Like I'm here on a Sunday filming a GTR with cameras and talking to Gary and meeting new people. I love it. I love it. And if you guys are new to this channel, I know we have a lot of new subscribers. This episode, particularly what we're shooting, is a behind the scenes of our feature films, which are short stories that we do on special cars that we choose for a short story. Quick synopsis, it's like a mini documentary about car guys that have cars, and whatever cars we find interesting, we interview them, and over that we shoot some really beautiful footage in 4K with the GH4 and tell a story. And somehow we always find a way to tell a story with these guys, and I love it. And this is a really proud moment for me today to be filming this GTR. It's something really special. It's like a milestone that the channel hit to do something like this, and it's so crazy. And he just punched it right now. And I don't want to promise too much, but there is another GTR lined up, and I don't want to say which one it is, but there's another one lined up. And the person that we're gonna film is actually somewhat of a celebrity, so that's all I want to say. It's not set on stone. We've talked, and we're gonna try to set up something because his schedule is really busy, but that's gonna be another really great milestone for the channel. And I hope there's many more to come. Really passionate of making these films. It's such a great experience, and today I'm really happy, and really honestly, it sounds so cheesy. I know every YouTuber says this, but I'm so grateful for you guys. Every single one of you guys made this situation possible, and I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it. So here we go, we're still filming, and we're gonna do a pull at some point. It sounds so bad. It sounds so bad. That thing's a monster. It is Godzilla. Sounds so beastie. Everything looks good. You want to do the pool now?
Yeah, I'll probably do it after that one line.
Alright. I saw a flame. Oh my god. I saw a flame. That was cool. Oh my god, that was so cool. That pool was ridiculous. Oh my god, you guys are gonna love this video. All right, so we're gonna start doing the chase shots now. I got the new setup right here with the suction cups, and we should be pretty solid. We're gonna be chasing them. All right guys, so we have a new angle that we just set up. I'm by myself today, so I don't have somebody to roll with me to shoot the car. So I set up the angle right there for the side rolling shot. Let's see how this plans out. Hope for the best. It's gonna be awesome. So that wraps up the GTR filming for the short film. Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe and like for more content like that. If you like the GTR, the behind the scenes, and every other content. All our content's about cars, and that wraps it up. I'll see you guys on the next one.
You know, fall in love, head over heels for it. That's exactly what I do every single time I drive it. Like, it does not get tiring to me at all. About 2.5 years of owning a car. One morning, I went to start it up. I was going to school. I go to start up the car, about to drive away.